Well, hello everyone. A couple of days ago, one of our good subscribers, Old 64 Goat, he put up a cooking video. He showed how he cooks a fried egg. Well, I'll tell you what, he put a lot into that one. I could just see him sweating and fretting and huffing and puffing. And when it was all done, he did a pretty good job. You know, but I'm sure he didn't tell us all the secrets to how he does that. He just kind of kept a few, you know, at his breast, as they used to say. But, you know, I took that as a personal challenge. I know what he was doing. He was throwing out a challenge to me to try to compete against him in the cooking arena. You know, much like Buzz 1151 did when he was growing potatoes. You know, he contacted me first and said, you know, let's have a contest. But I think Old Goat might have been a little prideful to come right out and say it. So I had to kind of like read between the lines. So here's what we're going to do today. We're going to have another cooking video. Yes. I've decided to make some. I don't think I've ever done this before. I might have. Can't remember. But I'm going to have to really mind my P's and Q's because that Old Goat's egg video it's going to be hard to beat, really. Alright. Spaghetti and meatballs the way I like it, with various kinds of sauces. Now there is a couple of sauces I haven't tried yet, and I'm going to try it today. So what I have over here thawing out, and I have some frozen hamburger and mild Italian sausage, about a half a pound of each. Well, I'm going to use about a half a pound of each. After it thaws out enough, that is. We're going to do all of our sauce cooking in this pan right here. We will be using angel hair spaghetti, and we're going to be using olive oil. I've got some. I decided to try a can of Great Value, which is Walmart brand crushed tomatoes. Never tried it before, but you know, hey, tomatoes are tomatoes as far as I'm concerned. It doesn't matter who crushes them. And this Classico. I saw that on the shelf and I said, you know, that ought to be interesting. It is a pizza sauce, and we will be mixing it with the crushed tomatoes. It says fire roasted. What they're talking about is the tomatoes are supposedly fire roasted. I don't know if I'll use the entire bottle, but we'll use whatever I feel is necessary. Prego pizza sauce, pizzeria style. Never tried that either. We're going to mix these two together a little bit in with the crushed tomatoes. We're going to chop up a bell pepper, not the whole thing, you know, quite a bit of it though. I'm going to chop up an onion. We're going to have black pepper, salt, Italian seasoning, lots of good Italian seasoning, I like that. And we're going to have some minced garlic, of course. I mean, you can't have a spaghetti sauce without minced garlic, without garlic, period. And then we're going to add a little water to it. And that's about it. We're going to let it all simmer for a while and cook on down. It's going to be pretty good. So let's get started. Well, the first thing we're going to do is put a little olive oil in the bottom. Not a whole lot, you know, just that's about plenty right there. Probably a little too much. Put in what you want, and then we're going to take our chopped onions and bell peppers and put in on top. Now we're going to go ahead and caramelize the onions and the bell peppers, get them soft a little bit, and then we're going to take them, put them off to the side. Now I'm cooking quite a bit of this spaghetti sauce because I want to put it, what's left. We're not going to eat it all tonight. We're going to take what's left and put it in the freezer and freeze it up and pull it out as I need it at a later date. Cooking up good, I'd say about another 30 seconds. I've got this on right at medium heat. Another 30 seconds, we'll go ahead and dump it in the bowl and set it off to the side. Now we chop up our hamburger and our Italian sausage into very, very small pieces. You chop it any size you want, really. And you don't have to mix Italian sausage with hamburger. You can have one or the other. Doesn't matter. You can have horse meat for all I care. Make it your way, okay? Your way is always best. I'll tell you what, I wish old 64 Goat hadn't done such a laborious job on that egg sandwich. Because I'll tell you what, I'm trying hard here to measure up. But the gauntlet has been thrown. I've got to give it my best shot. Alright, now for the crushed tomatoes. You're supposed to put about 3/4 of a can in there, I guess. That's about 3/4 of a can, I guess. Yeah, it's about 3/4 of a can. And And we're supposed to add some of this stuff here. At least to my notion you're supposed to. Let's add about 3/4 of that too. Yep. And another 3/4 of the pizza sauce, pizzeria style. Yeah, 3/4 of that too. What the heck, you know. I'm not very good at measuring, but I think I got it pretty close. Now we're going to mix it all up, and then we're going to add our Italian seasoning. And our water, and our salt, and everything else is going to go in there. So let's go ahead and get it mixed up for now. Our bell peppers and onions are in. Now we're going to add quite a bit of Italian seasoning. I'm going to add about a tablespoon. And then we're going to add a bottle of water. Yes, we are, a whole bottle. Then I'm going to add about a teaspoon of pepper and a teaspoon of salt. And that's about it, unless I taste it and find out that it needs something more. I just added a touch more salt to it to suit my taste. You do whatever you want for yours. And I'm going to add a little bit more olive oil to make it just a tad smoother. That's about all you need right there. And we'll just blend that all together. Now we're just going to let her simmer until she simmers on down. Simmers on down. Cook her down. I decided to go ahead and add 3 bay leaves to it. Hopefully that'll help with the flavor a little bit. I always like 1 or 2 in there anyway. And we'll see how she goes now. Now we just cook it on down for quite a while. Now keep in mind, this is just a basic recipe. A basic put together the way I like it. Some of the things you saw you may not like, but that's okay, you know. Cook it your way, as I've already stated. Now old 64 goat probably was hoping I'd forget to put the garlic in. No, I never forget to put the garlic in. I like lots of garlic. Sorry, goat. Well, our spaghetti is done. Fixing to eat here in a couple of minutes. And our sauce is really boiled down, thickened up real good. I cannot wait to dig into this. Well, I did my best to compete with old goat, so I guess the rest is up to you subscribers. Just tell me who won the challenge. But I need a handicap before you make your vote, because old goat, he's a professional. Until next time, this is John. Well, I guess before we close out the video, we better get a professional opinion. Another professional. Great grandma, how's it taste?
Pretty good.
You like it?
Yes.
Not too salty, not too hot, or not just right, huh?
Just right.
All right, I'm glad to hear it.